The voice of the drum calls. It sings a song of those who came before us and those to come. A song of survival and strength. A song of participation and voice. A song that calls us together. When we come together and participate in the 2010 census, we use this tool as the voice of all our Native people. Our voice. It is in our hands. 2010 census.
Hello, I'm Kimberly Acosta. Welcome to this edition of the Native News Update on Thursday, April 1st. Many of the stories you hear here can be found at our website, IndianCountryNews.com. And here's the news for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. The University of Michigan has begun outlining a process for the transfer of Native American human remains to Indian tribes. Vice President of Research Stephen Forrest said the most recent activities are in the response to the U.S. Department of the Interior's March 15th publication of a final rule classifying how museums and other agencies, including the UM, should handle Native American human remains that are under their control, but for which no culturally affiliated Indian tribe has been identified. Forrest said UM anticipates having a process in place by the time the new federal rule takes effect May 14th. UM has in its possession the remains of about 1,390 individuals unidentifiable with any existing tribe. The UM Museum of Anthropology has in its collection unidentifiable remains from archaeological sites in 37 states. Now that the new rule has clarified the process, Forrest said his office will be the university's point of contact for a request and will take the necessary steps to facilitate the transfer of Native American human remains in the UM collection to tribes. President Obama signed legislation that bans the U.S. Postal Service from shipping cigarettes, a measure that's expected to cripple the mail-order tobacco business run by the members of the Seneca Nation. White House Press Secretary Robert Gibbs announced the signing in a brief statement that included no comment on the new law, which the Senecas fought vigorously. In response, Seneca Nation President Barry Snyder Sr. accused the president of betraying the very Indian nations he wooed during the 2008 campaign and spoke to last fall. A School of Social Work researcher has developed and tested a wellness curriculum designed to improve the health of Native American urban youth shown to be at higher risk of developing health problems, including cancer. Hillary Weaver, professor of social work whose professional interests include multicultural social work and social welfare policy, in particular for Native Americans, tested her Healthy Living in Two Worlds wellness plan with 16 Native American youth between the ages of 9 and 13 who are staying at a summer camp. The wellness curriculum, which targets the children's diet, exercise habits, and recreational tobacco use, earned the approval of parents of the children attending the camp. Now Weaver's team will study the possible benefits of the health program and develop a plan that can be used with other Native American youth. Weaver says the project seeks to address 3 major risk factors for cancer: diet, use of tobacco, and a sedentary lifestyle. All are behaviors people can change to decrease their risk of developing cancer. The next step, Weaver says, is to run Healthy Living on a larger scale. Native Americans are not welcoming Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag into the tribe just because they changed their names to Running Bear and White Wolf. On the contrary, a representative for the Rosebud Sioux tribe of South Dakota told TMZ the name change was ignorant and offensive. Continued stereotyping such as this by people ignorant of our traditional ways is very disrespectful and only hurts our efforts to curtail these stereotypes. The worst part, the tribal representative said, is that the names they have given themselves are legitimate names in our tribe. MTV producer Vanessa White Wolf, who is proud of her name's long Comanche history, agrees. She wrote a letter to Heidi, aka White Wolf, on MTV's website, kindly suggesting she reconsider her options. Pratt announced March 31st that he and his surgically altered wife decided to change their names because they are getting more in tune with their spirituality and will be known as the names their creator has given them, our true Native American names, they said. The National Indian Education Association also told TMZ that they have taken an inaccurate, stereotypical approach to enhance their public image, which is offensive to our diverse American Indian cultures. Grassroots Indigenous Multimedia announces the launch of their new Ojibwe language learning software, Ojibwe Moda. The software application uses video conversations and engages games to immerse the user in the Ojibwe language. Mary Hermes, University of Minnesota professor with years of experience in education, and her husband Kevin Roach, an Ojibwe artist with expertise in tribal art and computer graphics, founded the nonprofit organization with the mission of developing materials designed to teach Ojibwe and other Native American languages. IMG began recording videos of conversations between elders at language camps and other venues. For Ojibwe and many other indigenous languages, it is the everyday conversational language that is least documented but most useful words and phrases for beginning learners. Working with Transparent Language, GIM collaborated with community members and linguists to create the content. During the 3-year production, over 45 community members, volunteers, native speakers, and language learners came together to make this software. For more information on the software, you can check out grassrootsindigenousmultimedia.org. And that's the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. I'd like to thank you for joining me and have a grand day.